Hello everyone, welcome again to our channel and for a new video. This time we want to continue the Funakogi Undo explanations of a rowing exercise, boat rowing exercise. We covered already in a previous video the exercise itself and what you can explore and which qualities you can improve through this exercise. So today we'll have a look at the manifestation of this movement or the application of this movement in different techniques. So I did little research on YouTube looking for videos about Funakogi Undo, and mostly there is one application of the Funakogi Undo which is kind of, let's say, shomen uchi. It's like going behind the uke and then pulling him down on the shoulders, right, and getting him down on the ground. So this is a direct application of this movement. But actually what happens here is not only what comes from the Funakogi Undo, from the pulling movement, but there is more, because actually I can do something similar from this attack, even without touching the shoulders. If I get the right connection with the uke, if I'm present, if he feels my presence, he will sense something is happening behind his back. So it's not only about pulling the shoulders, this exercise is much more, okay, for this one. But there are many more techniques where we can see, where we apply the qualities that we learn through this rowing exercise movement, through this Funakogi Undo. So let's start maybe with a jaw. So I'll ask Durward to attack me with a jaw, and we'll do the very basic jodori with a ski attack and kokyunage from here. So I'm moving back and forward. Okay, so actually when you look at my hands here, it's purely the Funakogi Undo. I extend, I pull in, and I extend the arms again. The only difference from the exercise is that as I do the Funakogi Undo, I'm just shifting my balance on my feet. Okay, so here and out, in and out. Here, because of the jaw, if I do this, I will be stopped. so I need to move my feet a bit backwards, a bit forward. But it's exactly the Funakogi Undo exercise that is behind this technique. So this was the basic example with the jaw. Now we'll move back to tachiwaza. And there are many techniques, many examples where you can find these qualities or principles coming from this exercise. I will start with Ushiro Ryotedori Kinonagara attacks. So as Durward is coming kick in from one side and trying to grab my other hand. And actually, maybe you already noticed my hand. I'm offering the hand. And as I do the change of hanmi, I'm pulling in towards my center. It's coming a bit from the side, so it's not directly front like the Funakogi Undo, like the exercise itself. It's coming a bit from the side, but it's the same principle. I want to draw in, okay, and then be stable at the end. So this is this is the quality that we can learn through this exercise. Another example would be shihonage variation, that we don't do very often. I'm just wondering about which side to do it. From this side, maybe like this. I will slide a little bit back and drop my base to draw Durward into the shihonage movement. And then he ends up aside of me, and I can finish the shihonage. Okay? It works also very nice when he's coming in dynamic. So you can see here, you can see this movement where I'm extending and pulling him in, settling in my base, strengthening my base, and pulling him in towards my center. Now this is maybe an example which is more subtle. It's not like with the full energy coming in and so on, like the first two I've shown, and the jaw tori, so the first three I've shown. But let's have a look at the shomen uchi, for example, ikkyo urawaza. So I'm entering here, I'm entering to the side, and here I will extend. So I have this extension to connect to the center line of uke and get him a bit out of balance. And then as I'm turning, I will move my hands, place them in front of my center. So as I turn, my hands are coming in and positioned in front of my center as I do the technique, as I bring the uke down. So this is also related to the movement here, extending, coming back to the center. So it's not exactly the same like energy or force or strength or coming close to the center, but the movement, the idea of the movement is kind of the same. So the quality that you are using is the same. And now I let Durward show a few more examples from other techniques.
Okay, so going back to a little bit like what Marcin had said about doing the katate dori shihonage. In that same sense, we can do sort of the same draw with gyakute dori and going into a kokyunage. So when I draw my partner in, I'm going to reach out, draw my partner in, and then set forth for a kokyunage. Okay? And again, this works good in dynamic, in kironagari. My partner draws in, and then I can move back out. So there's this rowing aspect to it as well. A little bit more complicated would be, for example, morote dori shihonage, where we move the base. We're going to displace a little bit the base to the side as well. There are two versions to this, and they're kind of, in a way, very similar, almost the same, but it definitely uses the center rowing type movement. So when I offer for morote dori, again, I'm going to draw my partner around, right, and then end up with shihonage. So my partner ends up moving around me more than me actually moving to do the shihonage. And the same token, we could do it from the other side and draw our partner all the way around. Okay. So those are some few examples. There are many, many examples in Aikido of this particular movement, moving from the center. So if you think of any others, then please leave comments below, and we'll take a look at those. Thanks for joining in, and we'll catch you in another video.